So today I don't have any guitar with me. I'm just going to talk about two voices and the imaginary life of Harry Pike and Angelina Poupoushka. And what's that all about? Well, it's about a musical play that I wrote in January. And it's a funny story how the musical play came about, but I'll get to that now in a second. But why am I doing this? Why am I putting this video up? Well, I was going through Facebook the other day, and I just scrolled down and I was looking at this post, and I saw a post from this girl called Sarah Bell Reid, and I'll leave her link there. Check her out. She's really cool. She writes really descriptive stuff about her creative process and who she is as a musician. She's a trumpet kind of player and stuff like that. But what she writes is really, really cool. So I was reading this post, and sometimes when you're like me, like a songwriter and stuff, and been banging the doors from banging walls and banging this for years and sending your CDs and CDs and sending your songs, and you just hop on the list and all that kind of stuff, because it's all about being at the right place at the right time. But sometimes, after so many years, you're still banging at the door, banging at the walls, so. But what motivated me about this post was that there's a saying called don't put all your eggs into one basket. And I was reading her post, and it was like she was saying that if you're if you're a creator, if you're a songwriter, if you're a musician or anything like that, you know what I mean, you should kind of branch out to everything that you can do, not just write. For me, it's just not about just writing songs. So I said to myself, right, okay, fair enough. Well, I wrote this musical play. So this is the reason why I'm putting this video up here, to just show another angle of what I do. I wrote about 8 songs for the play, and all the dialogue. I'd never written anything like that before in my life, so I just thought I'd do this music play. But why did I do the musical play? And why is it called The Imaginary Life of Harry Pike and Angelina Poupoushka? So the story is, it's a very true and real story. I'm with my girlfriend now about 4.5 years, and about 3 years ago, for the first year we lived separately. She lived in an apartment, I lived in an apartment, and we saw each other as you do for a year and blah blah blah. And then we decided to buy a house, so we bought a house, and then about 1.5 years later we split up, as you do, and so we put our house on the market, and so the house was on the market, but we couldn't sell it. So my partner lived upstairs. Upstairs in the house, because it's a big house, and I lived downstairs, and we lived like that for a year. And the tension was difficult at times and stuff like that. So we'd been playing music for about 10 years anyway, in a group called Le Bonheur, and then we started up in another group about 3 years ago called Riro. And so we had to live and work together. But what has that got to do with the play? Well, what I did was, in January, my partner was in Bucharest because she's Romanian, and I said to myself, right, okay, how do I get this person back into my life? Because I know she loves playing music, and what we do is really good when we play together. So I said, right, well, I'll write a play, and in the play, I'll have all of these acts where she has to act out the dialogue with me and play songs and stuff, and be a little bit of kissing and intimacy and stuff. And what we'll do is we'll act it out here in the house. So I wrote the play and wrote all the songs in January, and I sent it off to her to see if she would be up for the idea, knowing that if she did take the idea, she'd fall back into this musical love bubble that we were in, and that's exactly what happened. So she looked at the play, she loved the play. I sent her the songs, she loved all the songs, so we started singing rehearsing these songs, and that's how Two Voices came. We're called Two Voices Folk Duo. Go check us out, and you'll see all the songs that I wrote for the Two Voices project. But the other songs that I wrote for the play, it's like a musical. I'll give you a listen to one of them at the end of the video. So who is Harry? Well, Harry's me, Harry Pike. I kind of got the name from, I kind of like the sound of Harry Potter, So I just call him Harry Pike, and Harry's a bit mad. I kind of got his character a bit from the Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow, kind of that kind of doesn't know what he's doing and blah blah blah, and he's a bit mad and he's a bit crazy, but there's a method to his madness. So the crux of the play is that Angelina eventually moves out after a year because she can't take the tension anymore, so she gets an apartment. So Harry's left in the house on his own. The house is still up for sale, so all he has is his guitar, and has his few beers at the end of the evening, sits at the kitchen table. There's a voice machine there where he clicks on the buttons, listening to all the voice messages that his partner left, and he brings this voice machine to bed with him. He brings it everywhere with him, and so what's he doing? So he's basically in the evenings talking to this imaginary character called Jerry Shine, who's a radio presenter, and Harry thinks one day that he's going to go on a radio show and tell everybody about his songs and about his music and everything. So he's obsessed with writing songs, a bit like myself actually. But anyway, that's the play, that's the crux of the play, and it's a really good play. It's really, really funny. There's some sad parts in it, there's some happy parts in it, and more importantly, it's a play written with music. There's about 8 songs written for the play. So if there's any, so hopefully if this video goes viral and there's any theatre companies out there, the play is just sitting on my computer there. Please feel free to give me an email. Hopefully it'll go on stage one, at some point. Not in the near future with me anyway, because I can only get certain things to a certain level, and then I have to decide, okay, will I work on this or will I just move on? And typical of me is, because I write songs almost every day, I'm always moving on. Get the song written, move on, get the song written, move on, get the song written, move on, get the song written, move on. And I only get into a certain stage. So, if I was to do the play and edit it properly and get it right and get all the songs correctly and spend hours and weeks, and it'll probably take me about 2 years. So if you are a theatre company and you are interested, I'd gladly work on it. Please just send me an email and I'll get to work straight away if there was a chance that the show will go on stage. The reason why I'm doing this is just to document another part of what I do as a songwriter. So I have to say thanks to Sarah for putting that post up. It certainly motivated me to not put all my eggs into one basket, not just write folk songs, pop songs, blah, blah. It's just to do another angle of what I do. So anyway, if you like these videos, that's great. Keep following me, subscribe and like, and go and have a listen to all my other songs. But most importantly, at the end of this video right now, enjoy the music. See you later. Slow down, it's too fast, calm down, I gotta take time, relax, it's going through my mind. Be cool, be strong, be nice, I gotta let go, move on, it's taking up my time. I feel I'm gonna cry, but I'm dressing up, I'm going out, I'm so excited, I'm feeling all so lucky now, I'm gonna score tonight, tonight. Slow down, it's too fast, calm down, I gotta take time, relax, it's going through my mind. Be cool, be strong, be nice, I gotta let go, move on, it's taking up my time. When I'm dressing up, I'm going out, I'm so excited, I'm feeling all so lucky now, I'm so delighted, I'm ready now, I know I am, to change my life tonight. Looking at the stars, I see that no one's gonna help me get there from this moment.
about my life that's going through my mind.